Hello there, Ergner here with the new Sculpting Timelapse. I finally replaced my webcam that was standing on the tower from pizza sauces to the actual camera. So instead of covering the whole screen with my hand, I can cover half of them with my head. I planned and even started sculpting something else, but then the car happened. After watching it multiple times, I knew I had to try to sculpt Armen Atreus, who is one of my favorite characters in the game. He may not have my favorite gameplay, that goes to Swain and Trash, but I absolutely love his voice line and lore.
Aatrox has slaughtered gods, but now he faces a man. Because we fall, the climb must be our destination. I have found my limit 1,000 times, and still I press further.
Since lore update that turned Pantheon into Atreus, his main team became constantly failing and getting up. Kinda like shonen protagonist if we skip the power of friendship. Those countless failures allowed him to climb the top of the Mount Targon, become Aspect of War, and find out that Pantheon is complete asshole. Pantheon completely took over Atreus' body. Usually when someone completes the climb to Mount Targon and becomes an Aspect, they keep some part of their free will and personality. But in the case of Atreus, who started the climb with his friend Pylas, who was a better fighter, but died during the climb, that pissed off Pantheon because he wanted Pylas to become Aspect of War. But then Atreus killed Pantheon and it turned out Atreus is too angry to die. Or maybe he just failed to die. And that was horrible summary of Pantheon's story in 30 seconds.
I will carve my scars into the heavens.
All those things combined makes Atreus a very inspiring character, especially for someone who constantly fails, just like me. I'm just getting started with sculpting. Pantheon is my 4th polymer clay sculpture. And I'm absolutely sure that I learned the most with my most horrible sculptures. Why? And with the best ones, Slave Knight Gael and Delirium, not so much.
After every defeat, I ran around the mountain until even shame could not keep up.
Speaking of failures, here is the first version of his hair. My first concept was to capture this moment when he stands before Solari and starts to fight with them with just a fist and shield. But in the end I gave up on making helmet because I wanted to practice making faces, and shield could absolutely destroy the sculpture while making because I haven't balanced it correctly. And here is face number 2. Not as bad as the first one, but it also looked like old Asian guy, and that's clearly not Pantheon. At some point I want to make Ishin Ashina, so at least I practice for Ishin's hair. At some point I basically started from scratch and completely remade his head. And I think that was a good call. Face number 3 is still far from perfect, but I actually like it.
How many times must I die before I learn to live?
And now the painting part, starting from the red undercoat for his skin. For his actual skin tone, I get a painful reminder why I hate Citadel painting pots, but at the same time I absolutely love them colors. Kislev Flesh and Cadian Flesh Tone are still my go-to when it comes to painting the skin. And of course it won't be a real Atreus without his chest hair. But also I forgot to make his nipples. After that, the time has come for the most stressful part of the paint job, eyes. And of course, while painting them, I have to cover the entire screen with my hair. Let's just go to the final reveal, let me know what you think about it in the comments, and I will see you in the next video.
I am not the Pantheon you knew, creature. I am Atreus, a mortal,